Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. Welcome to the pod. If you're new here, I'm so excited you're here. And if you're not new here, you already know the drill. Today, we are going to be doing a fun sesh. I asked you guys on my Instagram to send me questions that girls are too afraid to ask. And last time I did one of these episodes, y'all loved it. So I thought I'd bring it back. I am really excited because I didn't read the questions yet. So we're going to see. We're going to see what you guys sent in. All right. I'm opening it up for the first time. I haven't even seen this. Hold on. First of all, life updates. I'm vibing. I feel like I need to do another vision board, and just give myself some, if you're feeling dull or uninspired, that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. And I think a good fix to that is just doing a vision board. So I think I'm going to do one this week just to kind of refresh my brain and my goals and my dreams. Yeah, I really want to grow the podcast. I really want to hit 1 million on YouTube. Just a lot of goals. But yeah. I just need to also remember to be proud of myself. And if you're feeling dull, remember to be proud of where you are right now. Okay, those are my little tips. And now we're going to get into the juicy questions. Hold on, I need a sip of coffee. Nothing hits like a Alfred's oat vanilla latte. That is so LA of me. Okay, anyway, let's get into the questions. Ooh, how do you shave down there? I have ingrown hairs and red bumps. Help. Welcome to Shaving 101. This is like really important big sister advice, okay? So I'm going to tell you things I wish I knew sooner. Shaving is very scary if you don't know how to do it. So I'm going to tell you some things that you need to know so that you don't hurt yourself. Because hurting yourself while shaving is the worst thing in the world. All right, first of all, do whatever you want with your body. I feel like there's so much narrative. Like you have to like look a certain way or do a certain routine to your whole body. And honestly, like just do whatever you feel comfortable with. Do whatever you want and what makes you feel confident. Okay. Shaving down there. Number one thing. Exfoliating. You want to exfoliate your skin. I did not know how important exfoliating was, and then I learned about it and I was like, oh, it really makes a difference when you're shaving anywhere. Like exfoliate your skin because it's gonna get all the dead skin off and it just helps you not nick yourself when you're shaving. Yeah, that's a fun fact. Also, I remember a funny story when I was like 13. I never really learned how to shave. And so my best friend was in the bathroom with me and she like taught me how to shave. And thank God, because I would have probably cut myself pretty badly or something because I didn't know what I was doing. So a few tips and tricks. Exfoliate. Do not press down too hard when you're shaving. Like you do not need to press down. Just like glide over your skin really, really lightly. And then you're going to want to go in the direction that your hair grows, which is like the best way to do it so you don't nick yourself. And then the other thing is to always have like a sharp razor. So every few weeks I would get a new one. If you're using those like disposable razors, I would get a new one every couple weeks just so that you're having like a fresh, like once a month probably, just so you're having like a fresh shave. And that as soon as the razors get dull, that's also when you tend to cut yourself more. So there's just a few of my tips. Also, using shaving cream is really helpful. Just definitely have a barrier between you and the razor. And then as soon as you're done, I usually put on something like a healing lotion. So you can put on regular lotion, but I find that the fragrance is really going to irritate your skin. So you're going to want to put on like a healing ointment of some sort, like Neosporin or aloe vera, something that's just like more healing than it is like for show. Because if you just go on straight and you just like shaved your legs or whatever and you just like slap on a fruity little lotion, sometimes that burns because your body's not supposed to have those fragrance or those chemicals like so close to your skin. So definitely go with something natural. Maybe like, I think aloe vera is a pretty good one. Or like I'll literally put on Neosporin to my anywhere that feels like very irritated. So those are my shaving tips. Shaving 101. Welcome. Yeah, those are my tips for shaving. I wish someone told me that when I was younger. I literally had my best friend teach me in the bathroom. So those are my best tips that I've learned over the years. And let me know in the comments if you guys have any more. Like, let's help each other out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is my shaving segment. Oh, I just made a video on this. Someone said, I know I should have high standards, but I can't imagine anyone liking me that much. Should I lower them? This is where we have a problem. Do you see how you don't have a problem with having the standards in the first place? You have a problem with the idea of somebody meeting them. And that is where we talk about self-worth and self-love, because if you don't think you deserve somebody who's going to meet your standards, nobody ever will. Okay. And I don't know. I think it's just kind of an energy thing. But if you're out here being like, oh, I have these standards, but no one's going to meet them. I can't imagine anyone meeting them. Imagine it. Imagine it. Imagine your dream man. Imagine your dream whoever. Imagine your dream person stepping up to the plate. Okay. Like being everything you could have asked for, checking all the boxes, and literally talk and visualize this person as if they already exist in your life. Because when we are like, oh, I want someone to be like this, but I don't think they ever will. That is a desperation mindset where you're not going to get somebody who's stepping up and meeting your standards because you are giving off this energy of desperation. So even if that person were to come along, they wouldn't go for you because you're carrying this energy of like, I wish someone would treat me like this. No, for the time being, treat yourself the best as possible, have your standards, and trust that somebody is going to come along and meet them because they will. They will. And when they see you and your high standards, they're going to view it as, okay, I need to step up and meet this person where they're at so I can provide for this person. Like that is what you want. So you're just going to need to trust. You're going to have some trust and some faith and some pixie dust because you just need to place your self-worth higher. You just need to trust that you're worth these things and you deserve these things. Like genuinely, you deserve somebody who's going to meet you at all your standards and like make you feel special and not even meet your standards, go above and beyond and be more than you could have ever imagined. Like you need to trust that that person's out there because if you have no faith, they will not appear. I don't know what it is. You need to like know that they're coming, but don't be attached to the idea. Like in the meantime, be your own best friend. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Like don't just wait along for somebody to save you, but trust that they will be there when the time comes. Okay. And you will meet the right person when the time comes. I think that's the hardest part about being single is like waiting around for this person and being like, are they ever going to show up? Like, do they even exist? And if you question their existence, they might not exist. Okay. You need to know in your heart, know in your head that this person's coming. Okay. See it as like you placed an order online shopping and they're on their way to you, but the delivery hasn't been like given to you yet. Your delivery ETA is undetermined. Okay. But you place that order. Would you be like, I don't know if it's going to come. I don't know if it's going to ever show up. No, you'd be like, well, I placed the order, so it's on the way. That's how you need to be about the person you're going to date and the person you're going to end up with. Okay. I need a coffee break after that one. Oh my gosh. That was a good question. And I'm really glad somebody asked that today because I'm really in this mindset of like, I'm not accepting anything less than what I know I deserve. And trust me, I've wasted my time. I have wasted my time on people that I know are not good enough for me. I know they're never going to be the person that I want them to be. And I've been there. Okay. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. All right. But I have learned that the longer you stick around with those people, even if you're like, oh, I'm only doing it for now, like it's just convenient for me, and you're trying to like flip the script, you are still taking your time and energy away from building yourself up to become the person that will be meant for your person. Like when you have the person who's going to come along, meet your standards, be the perfect person for you, you need to be ready. You need to have worked on yourself, have your own life going on, and if you're wasting your time with people that you know are not going to be your person, you are just wasting your energy, okay? When you could be working on yourself. So that was a good speech. IMO. Coffee. I really need coffee today. Okay. Someone said, do I suck if I can't love anyone? Girl, no. What? Okay. I don't know if you mean like actually can't feel emotions because that's a different story. But like can't love anyone as in like you're not interested in anyone. I am there. I'm actually there right now. I've been there. Being emotionally unavailable is okay. It's just a phase. And I honestly think that like, if you are emotionally unavailable, take advantage of that to the most extent possible. Like, work on yourself. Use this as time to become your best version of yourself, because you're not being distracted by anyone else. Okay. So it's okay. And I think that like in my life right now, I feel like I keep meeting people who aren't at the standard I want. And so I feel like I don't like anybody. And that's not a bad thing to be picky. You want to be picky. You don't want to be liking everyone. Okay. So just trust that that is the right timing for your life right now. Okay. Someone said how to deal with girls putting other girls down. You remove yourself from the situation or you call them out. There are two avenues. Okay. One is for the bold girl and one is for the shy girl. I think that it is just as valid to excuse yourself from the situation and just stop hanging out with those people. Or if you're a more confrontational person, call them out. Be like, why would you say that about someone? And I think that is the right way to go, to call people out for, you know, when you catch them being wrong to other people, you know, just call them out. But I understand some people have social anxiety and they can't do that. And you might not be at the point where you are feel comfortable doing that. Don't surround yourself with that type of energy. I think just leave, and you know that they're not a good person if they're putting other girls down. So yeah, definitely just pick yourself up and walk away from those people, and or stand up for whoever and confront them, because it's not cool to be putting other people down. And yeah, but also I understand that you feel like some people are never going to change. And if that's just who they are, girl, bye. Just leave. Someone said, how do I lose weight and be skinny like the others? Girl, this actually breaks my freaking heart. Okay, because it's a feeling that like all of us have had at some point growing up in a society where we are conditioned to be looking at diet culture and to have a flat stomach and this and that. Like the ideal body type that was like marketed to us as little girls was like this very flat, very, very slender figure. And it's very annoying to me that we were not taught about different body types and how it's okay. And you don't have to have the same bone structure as other people, because guess what? You never will. Like there is no ab workout routine you're doing in your room that is going to turn you into Kendall Jenner. Do you know what I mean? I just think that it's been so idealized to look a certain way when in reality, part of that is just genetics. And you don't have to look like anybody else to be happy. Okay? Like, okay, for example, I grew up not knowing that I have a short torso. So I have a short torso and long legs. That's my body type. And for the longest time, you know, high-waisted things were very popular growing up, and like everyone wore them and would look so good. And I was like, I don't know why I feel so awkward in my clothes, and I don't like any of my clothes, and I don't feel like cute like the other girls. And then I realized I have a short torso, long legs. To dress for that, I should be wearing more low-waisted stuff and longer tops. And I didn't even know this, but apparently you're supposed to like kind of balance out how you're dressing, and like just knowing little things like that and being educated on the fact that there are different types of bodies and you don't have to look like anyone else to be beautiful. Okay. I know it feels like it because I know there's usually one type of body that our entire society will fixate on. And it's very frustrating and very annoying, but you have to realize that body types in our society are like trends that come and go. And it's frustrating to be a girl because you're expected to have like curves, but only in the right place, and a flat stomach and this and that. And it's just, that is not natural. That is not real. It's not normal. It's mostly edited. It's just not attainable for most people. And you need to realize that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the way your body and the way it was made. You just need to learn how to love it. And yeah, like when it comes to working out and things like that, like do it, but do it because it makes you feel good. Don't do it to look like other people, because at the end of the day, you might not even be able to. It might be genetics, bone structure, whatever it is. But if you spend your whole life trying to look like other people, you're never going to be happy. You need to realize that you're perfect the way you are, and you don't need to be going around chasing any type of body that is not yours, okay? Just work on being the best version of yourself. That's all you need to do. But the second that you start comparing how you look to other girls, you lose, because there's no way that you're going to have every single ideal trait that is being idealized by our whole society. There's no way. You're never going to have every single thing on the checklist. And that's why it's so dumb to me, all the things that we're kind of fed when we're growing up, because that's not normal. Okay? You are normal. You are perfect. You are real. And just embrace who you are. Okay? That's all I need to say on that. I love you guys so much. And body confidence is one of those things that it really, really irks me, because I think we're all ingrained into our brains to like keep changing the way we look to kind of fit every single trend. And it's really, really frustrating, because I know that that's not natural. And I know what the truth is. And the truth is that everyone's beautiful the way they are. And you should only compete with yourself. But it still gets to me. Like, I'll be bloating, or it'll be like the week before my period, and I'll be like, why do I look so different? That's another thing that we're not taught. Cycles, like the phases of your cycle, your body will look different every single week. And it's just like, I can't believe we weren't taught these things. And I can't believe that like so many little girls grow up thinking that there's something wrong with their bodies, or they need to do videos and videos of ab workouts or something to try and fix themselves. Like, there is nothing wrong with you, okay? And I wish somebody told me all these things sooner. And I can go deeper on all these topics, but it really makes me sad, because you're perfect. Like, I've even met you guys in real life, and you know, it's the same people that are commenting I feel insecure about myself, and I'm like, you guys are so beautiful, and your hearts are so beautiful. Like, I see it in my comment sections. You guys are always trying to help each other out, and it's like, let's focus on what's important here. Okay? Your body is the least important thing about you. You are so much more than how your body looks. You are your heart and your mind and your humor and everything else about you that is so wonderful, that you're not even like placing at the same value as how your body looks. And that is crazy to me. Like, that is actually crazy that girls do that. And I do it too. So like, I understand, but you need to slowly like condition yourself out of it and talk to yourself like someone you love. And I think that's how you're going to fix it, because it's like a muscle to keep remembering that you're beautiful and there's nothing wrong with you, because we're constantly fighting what we see on our phones every single day. So know you're perfect. Know you can always come to my page, and I love you. Okay. And I don't want you guys to ever feel like you have to hit a certain number or look a certain way or change your body to be worthy of anything. Okay. I love you. That was a long rant. Okay. I just needed to get all of that out of my system. I really felt passionate about that one. Someone said how to start doing skincare. Okay, I think I'm going to make a series on this on my page, because I feel like a lot of you have been asking about skincare. And so I'm going to make a whole video, because I feel like I've really found like products that are really good for your skin that aren't like crazy bad chemicals. Like, there's so many skincare brands that are just like bad chemicals for your skin. And I have learned about this. This is not sponsored, but I downloaded this app that lets you scan like all of your products, and it lets you see like the score. And now I've found like a collection of products that are not harmful for your skin. So I will make a whole series on this for you guys. If you guys want that, let me know in the comments, and I can totally do that. Someone said, why do I cry this much even when there's no reason? Because we're just girls. Okay. There's nothing wrong with crying. I cry a lot. I probably cry like once every day. No, not once a day. Probably every other day I cry. I think I cry every other day. Sometimes like 3 times a day if it's a bad day. I love crying though. And I think it's so underrated. Okay. Crying gets all the stress out of your system. Like, you just feel so good after a good cry. And I think like bottling things up and not crying it out is the worst thing you can do sometimes. Listen, I'll go for my hot girl walks, and sometimes they're not very hot girl. Okay. Cause I'll be sobbing on the sidewalk. But I think like working through how you feel, calling a friend, you know, just reaching out for help, but like face your feelings, girl. It's okay. It's okay to cry. And also, if you're a teen, which you probably are, writing that, you're going through a lot. Okay. being a teen is like so much. You go through so many changes and there's so many hormones going on and you're like figuring out everything and you're like having your first crushes and your heart's getting broken for the first time and your friends are all breaking up and you go through different friend groups. Like there's a lot going on when you're a teenager and in college, and like just give yourself grace. Okay, you're just a baby. You're just figuring things out. It's okay. Even if you're like my age, like 23, you're still just a baby. It's fine. Yeah, and you'll be okay. Someone said, is he the right person for me? Okay, girl. Okay. I think that if you need to question it, this is a very hot take, but I think that if you need to question it, he might not be. Okay. And I think there's a few reasons why you would question it. Maybe you're still young. Maybe you're not sure if you're going to meet other people that are better than this person. Maybe you're not sure if you deserve more. And like, if you have to question if you deserve more, or if this person should be doing more for you, then it's not your person. Okay. Because the right person should know how to make you feel loved and should be trying to meet that every single day. Okay. And I think that it's hard to find a person like that. Like it is hard, but what we end up doing is settling and then being like, I wonder if he's the right person for me, or I wonder if I can make it work. Like people always wonder if they can make it work. Girl, why are you trying to make anything work? You guys aren't married. Like go out there, find a different person if he's not meeting your standards. Okay. And if he is, you wouldn't have like this doubt in you. Okay. And I know doubt's normal, but if you're like wondering all the time, I wonder if he's the right person, like we fight. I wonder if he's the right person. Like sometimes he ignores me or sometimes he makes me feel bad for just saying my feelings. Like if it's anything like that, because I've been in a relationship like that where things weren't perfect, but I try to like fold them into being perfect. Like I have been in relationships where I like try to convince myself that the person's right for me. You know, I'm like, well, if he just changed this one thing, then maybe it would work. If he stayed the same for the rest of your life, would you be happy? Would you be happy? Because that's kind of how you can tell if he's the right person. Okay. Is he showing up as his best self right now? Or are you thinking of the potential that he could become with you? Because girl, that is a dark, long sloping hill downwards. Okay. You need to pick yourself up. Okay. If this person is not treating you better than you have been treating you, bye. If they're not adding to your life, bye. If he's making you feel more stressed than happy, bye. And I've literally stayed in relationships for months where the person was making me feel more stressed than happy. And I would cry all the time, but I felt so like attached and I didn't want to leave because I was like, I don't know if I'll find better. And that is where it's your self-worth. Okay. You need to realize I do deserve better. And if this person is stressing you out or you feel like you have to meld them into becoming someone they're not, that's when you need to leave. Okay. Because just know you deserve better. Know that that person's coming and get out of there. Okay. And I think that's something that I wish someone told me sooner, because we waste so much of our time just kind of with the wrong people and hoping that they'll become the right person one day. And like, that is such a dangerous way to go about your life, because you're wasting your energy on someone that someone else is going to see you and be like, that is my girl. That is my person. I want to be the best version of myself for them. I want to provide. I want to make her happy. And I want to know her in the way that no one else knows her. Like there is someone out there like that. And if you're settling for somebody who doesn't really know you, doesn't really care to make you feel loved or to fix your problems or to like resolve your fights or like to not make you feel stressed. If you're with someone who is okay when you're upset, like those are things where I'm like, that is not your person. Okay. And I think that you have some level of comfort and knowing when the person is your person, because they will just get you like nobody else. Okay. And if they're not making you feel like that, if they're not making you feel loved and appreciated all the time, then that might not be your person. Okay. If you're wondering if you can do better, you can and you should look for that. Okay. I love you guys so much. And I think I'm going to end the pod here because that was a really good note to end on. Self-worth, baddies. Okay. You are worth so much more than you give yourself credit for. And I want you guys to see that. And I want you to love yourselves and trust that you deserve the best friends, the best partner, the best life. Because if you're sitting there and you're just wondering and you're like staying stagnant, like you deserve so much more than that. Okay. I don't want you guys wondering if you deserve more. I don't want you guys questioning all these things. have your self-worth through the ceiling. Whatever it is, make it higher, okay? I promise you deserve everything you want. And I love you guys, and love yourselves, and be kind to yourselves and others. And thank you guys for following the pod. If you don't already, subscribe to the YouTube and follow the podcast. I love you guys so much, and leave a rating if you're feeling special and cute and kind. And I love when you guys leave ratings, because it makes me feel like people are actually listening. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next. Obviously follow my Instagram and my Snapchat and my TikTok, and yeah. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Mwah. Thank you for being here. I love the pod fam so freaking much.